Hi, Jane Garapic here. There's a common theme I'm seeing among those of us who hang around far too long waiting for a guy to come around and commit to us. You know, the one we're convinced could be the love of our lives if he would just come to his senses and realize that he doesn't want to lose the best thing that's ever happened to him. Now tell me if this doesn't sound familiar. You're so understanding. You understand. I understand. It's understandable. Do you hear that? Understanding. We're all just so understanding. So I think it's time to revisit this whole concept and ask yourself, are you too understanding? And more importantly, are you really that understanding? Or is it a cover for how you were conditioned to be by people who benefited from you being so understanding of them? Follow along with me here. If he doesn't call or text when he says he's going to, or worse, he doesn't show up when he says he's going to, what do? Do we call him on it? Do we let him know in no uncertain terms that we're not okay with that kind of behavior? Do we decide he's not the guy for us and let him go after hearing one too many excuses we've been too quick to justify? No, not us. Because if you're anything like I used to be in my single days, we just accept his excuses with our totally understanding perfect girlfriend responses and quietly hope to ourselves that this will be the last time it happens. But unfortunately, what this does is it teaches him not only that we don't value ourselves enough to refuse to put up with this kind of behavior, but it also shows him that he can treat us like that and we'll still be there waiting for him to call, waiting for him to show up when he finally makes it over to pick us up. Because after all, we understand, right? He just loves that about us. We're just so understanding. We understand him the way no one else ever had. Do you hear that? That's a huge warning sign that this is not the guy for you. Not relationship material for anybody, and certainly not you. If he's telling you he's never met someone so understanding and letting you know how much he loves that about you, or his ex was never this understanding and that's why she's his ex, listen to what he's saying between the lines, loud and clear. There's a reason why none of his exes were that understanding. His behavior is not acceptable. Take a lesson from them and know that this is not the place for understanding. Understanding is overrated where unacceptable behavior in a relationship is concerned. His ex figured that out. And that's why he's not with her anymore and why he's telling you how much he loves how understanding you are. I remember this all too well. I used to think being understanding was such a wonderful trait to have. I understood just about everybody and everything all too well without questioning hardly anything too deeply. But here's the thing I didn't figure out for a really long time. I didn't figure out that understanding has no place in love relationships where you're not being treated the way you deserve to be treated. Because you deserve nothing less than to have your partner honor his word and respect you and your time by exhibiting behavior like contacting you when he says he's going to and showing up when and where he says he's going to show up. Honestly, it's just not that hard. We're not asking for too much here, ladies. I'm not talking about the occasional times when life hits a major bump in the road and things come up. But even then, he can figure out how to get in touch with you some way to let you know and give you an explanation. I remember when my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, he was supposed to meet me after going mountain biking with his friends. He had a bit of a crash and he wound up with a cut on his arm that actually needed some stitches. And so they had to go to the emergency room. And his friend, he had his friend stop at a payphone and give me a call to let him know he was fine but would be missing our date. Yeah, he never had a cell phone until me. The point is, he was still able to get a message to me and put my mind at ease. If what you're getting is yet another excuse and you're hearing the same story over and over again, it's time to rethink how much of an asset being understanding is in the relationship department with this guy, with this particular guy, and how much it's serving you to continue to be understanding when your close friends and family are starting to question your sanity where this guy's concerned. You see, I'm not that understanding anymore. I realized it was more of my programming than how tolerant of all kinds of behaviors that I actually was. I finally arrived on the side of realistic and left the old, all too understanding me behind. Realistic meaning based in reality, not in the fantasy I so wanted to believe. The fantasy of my own creation that seemed like it would just be so good if I could just wait it out a little longer until it became reality. But it's not reality, and enough is enough. It doesn't matter if this is his first offense or a string of many. It's time for us to rethink being so understanding. Once you stop being so understanding of disrespectful behavior, you'll find that you start attracting guys who will actually respect you because they can see that you respect yourself. So how about you, beautiful? Have you fallen into the trap of being too understanding, trying to be the cool girlfriend? Share your thoughts, your stories, your struggles with us below in the comments. And if you know of anyone you think this video might help, please let them know about it. Also remember to click the thumbs up button if you liked it, and make sure to click the subscribe button if you haven't already so that you don't miss out on any of the videos I've got coming up for you. I'm making one new video each week, usually on Sundays, and if you subscribe, you'll be the first to know about them. I'll see you soon.